Hey people, it's me, John Avenger, once again. What is up? I hope you guys enjoyed your holidays. Thanks for watching my videos of, my best and worst of the year and also the Christmas haul that I got a couple of days ago. I really appreciate it. I really like you guys enjoying my stuff. I work very hard on the stuff that I do, and I do this all unscripted. There's no script. I do everything off the top of my head. Now, before the new year, I wanted to do another video. This is going to be my top 10 films that I'm looking forward to in 2015. Top 10 maybes, films I might see. I'm a little iffy on, but maybe they'll surprise me. And then there's the 5 films I'm avoiding next year in the theater. So let's get started. I'm going to start with number 10 and work my way up. Number 10 is Chappie. I saw this trailer. It's from Neil Blomkamp. He gave us the very solid District 9 and Elysium, which, while decent, it could have been a little bit better. I didn't hate it, but it could have been better. But Chappie looks interesting. It's about this robot that's trying to appeal to these people. It definitely has a feel of District 9. Chappie's voiced by Neil Blomkamp's favorite guy, Sharlto Copley. He's a great actor. I really enjoyed him in District 9. He was a good villain in Elysium. The film looks interesting. I like robots, and I definitely know this is going to be better than Transformers 4. That's all I know. But Chappie looks interesting, and I think I'm going to see it in the theater, at least for a matinee. Okay, number 9 is Mission Impossible 5. I really loved Part 4. I thought it was a badass action movie from 2011 that some people didn't appreciate. You know who you are. I thought it was awesome. Tom Cruise was great in the film. The 5th one I'm looking forward to because they're going to bring back some of the cast from Part 4. I hope it's another awesome addition into the film. If this is the last one, just go out with a bang. Don't do like Die Hard 5 and get a freaking talentless director and a talentless writer. Yes, I enjoyed Die Hard 5, but they could have gotten a better director and writer because they were the ones that were the problem with the film, not Bruce Willis and Jai Courtney. Anyway, Mission Impossible 5, I'm optimistic. It's at the end of next year, so I have to wait a year. But hey, I loved 4. I'm looking forward to 5. Okay, number 8 is the Peanuts movie. I'm a huge fan of the Peanuts. I love Snoopy and Charlie Brown when I was a kid. I'm looking forward to this because it's going to be a much lighter film for 2015. Definitely a film to give your kids, a little, enjoy, movie entertainment. I'm looking forward to it because it looks cute. The animation is CG, but these characters, I love them as a kid, and as an adult as well, because the humor is very adult, and I think it'll be a good time in the theater. I'm optimistic because I don't think this is going to be the worst film of the year. Oh God, no, there's much worse. Number 7 is Ant-Man. I really like Ant-Man as an Avenger. I know he hasn't been in any of the Avengers films, but I'm going to support any Avengers movie, even if it's a character that won't be until Phase 3. Ant-Man I'm interested in. I know a lot of people backed out of this project, but I'm looking forward to it. They said Paul Rudd is in it, and I think Michael Douglas. The casting seems okay. I mean, as long as the movie's entertaining, I'll give it a watch. I mean, I'm really optimistic because Ant-Man, I think he could be a decent, Avenger in his own film. And I'm going to give him a chance. I give a chance to Cap, Iron Man, Thor, and the Hulk, and that really turned out really well in Phase 1. So we'll see. Number 6 is the Minions movie. I thought Despicable Me 1 was really good. The second one freaking was hilarious. I thought it was the funniest animated movie of last year, and I'm looking forward to this movie. The only thing I'm not going to like in this movie, I know, is Sandra Bullock. I don't like this actress anymore. She's the thing that kind of hinders the film for me. That's why it's not in my top 5, but I'm going to ignore her and just give the Minions a chance. They're hilarious. I love these little guys. These little yellow cuties. They made me laugh in the second one so much. I felt like a kid again. I hope this movie captures that. It's a prequel to the first film, so it's not a third movie. They're going to do a third movie after this one. And yeah, they're doing it because of the money that the second one made, but I'm optimistic that it'll be at least funny. So that's number 6. Number 5 is Fast and the Furious 7. Yeah, I haven't seen Fast 6 yet, but after seeing Paul Walker in Brick Mansions, I want to see this movie just to support him. I want to support this movie for him. I'm not doing it to see it in 3D or support the people like Ronda Rousey because she can suck my dick. I didn't like her in the last Expendables movie. I want to see it for Paul Walker. The screen time he has and The Rock, being badass. The trailer looks really cool. It looks very interesting. It's unrealistic, but let's face it. well, excuse me, it's the seventh film in this franchise. Seventh, not three or four. This is the seventh film. You got to know what you're going into. You know, people have been saying that this movie's gonna suck because they changed the director or whatever. You know, I thought Fast Five the first time I saw it, I was not a fan of it. I like the action, I like Paul Walker and The Rock and Vin Diesel, but the it was too long, and and I had problems with the cast. I'm gonna give it a second chance, and then I will definitely see Fast Six before Fast Seven comes out. I'm looking forward to it because of the PG-13 action movies coming out next year, this one looks like one of the better ones. So hopefully it can live up to the hype, and I hope that Paul Walker, the screen time he gets is not wasted. I really hope not, because I miss him, man, and I'm seeing it for him, nothing else. Okay, number four is the SpongeBob 3D movie that's coming out in February. I'm really looking forward to this because I love the first movie, made me laugh so much. I don't believe SpongeBob is dead. Nickelodeon just wasn't promoting him enough this year, and I feel like he should be, celebrated with, I think this is like his 15th year anniversary next year because he started in 1999 and next year is 2015. I think it's about 15 years. He's made his impact. Love him or hate him, he has made his impact, and this movie looks really cute. I want to see it in the theater, with a bunch of kids, just laugh and have a good time. It's not going to be Shakespeare, and that's not what I go to see a SpongeBob sequel for. I just hope that it's funny and it lives up to the hype and it's a decent sequel. That's all I ask for. I'm not asking for much. Anyway, number three is the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Yes, I know some people had some problems with the first one, saying, oh, it's a cliffhanger ending. It's a two-parter. That's been happening ever since Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. This one I'm really looking forward to seeing end. A lot of people have been bitching about this franchise. I really enjoyed this franchise since it started. Jennifer Lawrence carries these films. She's a freaking great actress. She won an Oscar last year for a reason, people. I really want to see this movie. See how I want President Snow to get his. I really want to enjoy the ending of this film. How epic it's going to be. The last film was really good, and I'm hoping for this one to be the best one since Catching Fire. And I am really gonna, just have a ball in the theater. I know this is gonna be epic. Mark my words. Okay, now number two. I know a lot of people might shoot me down for this, but I don't fucking care. I've been a fan of this franchise for a long time, for like about 2 decades, and I will not disown this franchise, and that is Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens. Yes, I'm looking forward to this. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid. I know this movie will not be as good as the originals. You can't top the originals. But if it's at least better than the prequels, that should at least please some fans. J.J. Abrams, I have some faith in him. Lucas is not directing this movie. He's not writing it. Give it a freaking chance. It's Star Wars. This is one of the most legendary franchises of all time. I love the original trilogy. It will never be tarnished. It's what it is. And people just got to stop bitching about this film, with the title and everything. It's just a movie. Take it with a grain of salt. The 40-second trailer, I'm like, yeah, it's just a teaser. When the real trailer comes out, it's probably gonna blow my wad, because I love the prequels. I enjoyed in the theater. So the last movie I hated was the Clone Wars movie from 2008. That was an abomination. This I have some hope for. As a Star Wars fan, I got to keep my spirits up and be optimistic, because if I don't have optimism, what do I have? Anyway, I'm looking forward to The Force Awakens. I hope that J.J. Abrams could breathe new life into this franchise. I really want to see it go in a different direction. I want it to be the final chapter of the final trilogy of this epic franchise, and just put it all together. We have 9 films that we could be proud of. I'm tired of the hate that these films are getting. The last 2 Star Trek films that came out, the trailers did nothing for me, and I've never been a Trekkie. I'm a Star Wars fan now and forever, and I'm going to give this film a chance next year. Anyway, my number one, you guys all know what it is. It's written all over my head. It's written all over my face, and that is Avengers 2: Age of Ultron. Yeah, the moment I saw this trailer back in October, I freaking jizzed my pants. It was one of the greatest trailers I've ever seen in my life. Just the whole tone of this film and the freaking special effects and the actors and just the whole, I got no strings to hold me down, which I don't, by the way. And just this whole movie is going to be freaking epic. I know it's going to be awesome. I love the first movie so much. This film is not going to be no exception. Everybody knows that this movie is going to make a lot of money. I mean, Disney owns this franchise. They distribute it, the films. They're not like going to write it or anything. But man, hope this is going to be one of the best sequels of all time. Man, I'm feeling it in my bones. That hype I got in the trailer, I'm set. I just can't wait for the tickets to come out. Buy my ticket. Wait till May 1st, and I'm gonna be ready to roll for this franchise, man. It can only go up from here because the first one was so great and such a masterpiece for me. I'm looking forward to this so much. You have no idea. So let's just mention some honorable mentions, some maybes, films I might see, maybe not, but I might look forward to them. Who knows? Only time will tell. Number 10 is Paul Blart 2. Yes, I like the first film. This film, I haven't seen the trailer. I know it's going to be a slapstick comedy, but I like the first one, and I might give this a chance. At least see it in my local theater. I don't have to see it in Manhattan, but I'm a little bit interested in it. Number 9 is Inside Out. This is the new Pixar film, I believe, that's coming out in the spring or in the winter, in the summer. But Pixar really enjoy their films. I really thought that that they could do no wrong because I mean I saw Cars, but that was a long time ago. I didn't bother with Cars 2 or Brave, but I thought Monster University was really cute, and I have faith in them. I know they'll probably give us a good movie again. Okay, number 8 is a movie coming out in January. It's called Black Cat. Black Hat. It's got Chris Hemsworth. That's pretty much the only reason that I'm gonna even remotely see it, because it might be a decent movie. I mean, it's done by Michael Mann, I think it is, the guy that did Heat. I mean, maybe the movie should be all right. I don't think it's gonna be the worst film ever. I mean, Chris is better than his brother Liam any day, anyway. Okay, number 7 is San Andreas. This is, I think, a disaster movie with The Rock. I've heard some things about it. I mean, maybe it could be a good time. I hope it's better than Into the Storm. I'm looking forward to it in a bit. It's a maybe for me. I'm not a definite, but it could be okay. Number 6 is Pixels. This is the new Adam Sandler film. It's a departure from the Happy Madison films that he's done in the last couple of years. Maybe this is going to be his best film in years because it's a sci-fi film. I feel like this might be a film that's suited for him. It's got an actual good cast in it. It doesn't have Kevin James or David Spade or Chris Rock or anybody. It's not his buddies. It's got Josh Gad, the voice of Olaf himself from Frozen. You got Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, and you got Michelle Monaghan, who I think is absolutely delicious. She's so beautiful. I'm a little bit curious. I know Adam Sandler's done a lot of shit in the last couple of years, but I can give him a chance, at least this one time. Maybe this will be a decent one. Okay, number 5, Don't Laugh at Me. I like the first one, Magic Mike XXL. I know Matthew McConaughey's not in this one, but I did enjoy the first film. I thought for a guy stripper movie, it was actually more than that. It had a good story. I thought the acting was really solid. It moved at a fast pace. It wasn't too long. The dance choreography was really good, and I don't feel it was gay at all. Just a bunch of guys dancing at girls, because it's for them, But I thought it was really good, the first film, and I think the sequel should be at least decent. So it's a maybe because I'm not like super hyped for it. Okay, number 4, Hot Tub Time Machine 2. I recently saw the first one, and I thought it was really solid. John Cusack, I know he's not in this one, but it's not a story this time. It's going to be more focused on Rob Corddry, who was the crazy guy from the first film. He makes me laugh a lot. Clark Duke and Craig Robinson are coming back, so I'm optimistic about that. It's a maybe because it's coming out in February, and comedies in February usually suck. But maybe it'll be decent. Number 3 is Tomorrowland. I haven't heard much about this. It's based on that in the theme park at Disney World, that attraction over there. But it's a sci-fi movie, and I'm always up for a good sci-fi movie, even if it's just visuals. maybe the movie could be interesting. I mean, I hope it's not like, freaking not Land of the Lost. What was that movie called? Like John Carter or something like that. Because that movie bored the shit out of me. But maybe Tomorrowland could be decent. Number two is the Fantastic Four. I know this is a reboot of the 2005 movie with Jessica Alba, Ian Grufford, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis. This has a totally different cast. I'm a little iffy on it because it's been 10 years, so what can they possibly do with this one? But maybe, I've been enjoying the superhero films that Marvel's been pumping out the last 10 years. There were some duds, there were some disappointments, but I've mostly enjoyed their group films. Avengers was awesome, Guardians of the Galaxy was awesome, so why not a new Fantastic Four film? The first two films I didn't mind. I mean, I can watch them. I like Chris Evans and Michael Chiklis the most. This one, I'm a little bit more optimistic with the guy that's playing Mr. Fantastic and the girl playing Invisible Woman, because it's not Jessica Alba and Ian Grufford. It's Miles Teller, who's been coming into his own as an actor. He's gotten a lot of good roles. And what's her name? Not Kate Mara. She was in what was that movie called? 127 Hours, and she was in Iron Man 2 in a small part. She did Zoom. She's done a couple films. I like her a lot better than her sister. Rooney Mara is a freaking block of wood. But at least Kate Mara, I think she's going to do fine. But I'm optimistic. Hopefully the movie will be at least okay. And then number one is Jurassic World. Yeah, I enjoy the first three films. I know the CG might be iffy for some reason, but I like Chris Pratt. I think he's an awesome leading guy. Maybe he can make this work. I'm gonna wait till the movie comes out. I hear some buzz. Maybe I'll go see it in my local theater. I don't have to see it in Manhattan. I'm optimistic. I mean, I love the first movie. It'll never be tarnished. I think the second movie's underrated. It has its flaws, but it's fun. And the third one, while it is really flawed, I enjoy it. It's a guilty pleasure. I saw it in the theater and I had fun. So maybe Jurassic World, it might be decent. I'm not going to hate on it just because of CG, because it's going to take more than that. The story and the acting and the directing and the direction that it goes to, that's what I care about most. If it entertains me, I don't care how many flaws it has. So that can be forgiven as long as I get entertainment out of it. So we'll see. Now, these are the 5 films I'm avoiding. I am not going to watch these in the theater. They can go to hell. I don't want them to be in my top 5, my bottom 5 of 2015. And these are it. Number 5, Pitch Perfect 2. I didn't even bother with the first one. I'm tired of these movies where they have to sing out of nowhere. And I have nothing against girls being leads. The girls in it are fine, except for Rebel Wilson. She annoys me. She has too much screen time in the trailer. She's not funny. She's just a flat schlub of a freaking bitch. I want her to disappear. I'm tired of seeing her face. And she's probably going to have most of the screen time in the sequel. And no, I'm getting a Melissa McCarthy vibe that, too much of this big woman is just going to be aggravating, and I'm avoiding it at all costs. Thank God Avengers 2 will bury this movie in the ground. Number 4, 50 Shades of Grey. I don't care about this movie. I never read the book. I think it's stupid. Oh, it's gay, or, oh, it's going to be so erotic it's going to make you get a hard-on in the theater. No, it's not. Porn does that, not freaking movies like this. I'm sorry. Erotic thrillers, whatever it is, I don't care about this. Get it out of my face. It's overhyped. The actors don't interest me. The story doesn't interest me. I'm avoiding this like the plague. Number 3, speaking of 3, Taken 3. Yeah, it's coming out in January. That's a bad sign, remember there. That's red flag number 1. Red flag number 2. It's a sequel to a shitty sequel that came out in 2012 that I thought was overhyped, and it did not deserve a bit of money. It was a shitty follow-up to the first Taken. And number 3, it's not necessary. Oh, it all ends here. Yeah, the franchise to me was over when the second one happened. Liam Neeson is already older than he was in the first film. I don't care about Famke Janssen anymore. Maggie Grace is probably going to do the same role she did in the second one. And I don't care for Olivia Megaton. He's one of the shittiest directors that's done action in the last 10 years. This is going to turn out like the second one. I think it's going to be just as horrible as the second one. I'm avoiding it. Don't care. Fuck that movie. Number 2, The Seventh Son. This movie got delayed a year, and it was supposed to come out this January. You do the math. You really think this movie's gonna be good? Jeff Bridges is in this freaking epic, and it's got that douchebag from Prince Caspian that I don't care about, Ben Barnes. I think he's a horrible actor, and then Julianne Moore is your villain. This movie's going to be a typical generic piece of garbage, and I don't want to watch it. After Legend of Hercules, I don't want any more of this. Sorry. I don't want any more mediocre, epic films. I got The Hobbit. That was freaking awesome. Lord of the Rings was awesome. The First Chronicles of Narnia. I don't need any of this. This is mediocre, it's bullshit, and it doesn't need to be in our theaters. And number one is Terminator Genesis, whatever. I don't care. This movie is not needed. Arnold's not going to save this movie. I'm sorry, he's too old. They should have done this 10 years ago. He would have been a lot younger and he would have been more, energetic. This film was just a cash grab. They want to erase the first two films. I even enjoyed the third one, Sue Me. At least it was an action movie and it had some fun to it. This is going to be a cash grab. I don't care about the new cast. Jai Courtney as not John Connor. He's Kyle Reese is not going to work. I'm sorry. The girl from Game of Thrones as Sarah Connor. Why can't we have an American actress play Sarah Connor? What is wrong with that? Linda Hamilton was fine in the first two films. I'm sorry. You're not going to top her. And just the direction they're taking, a Back to the Future 2 reference, no. Not looking forward to it at all. This is the most overblown franchise. It should have ended with the second one, but 3, if that was the ending for me, I would have been satisfied. Arnold kicked the TX's ass, and while the writing was flawed, he still tried. Here, they're just putting him in just to make it relevant. I'm sorry. Not looking forward to this movie. I'm not going to see it in the theater. I got Ultron for my robot fix. And Chappie might even be better, because at least Chappie's not a sequel. So those are my movies I'm looking forward to. Some maybes, and the 5 abortions that I'm avoiding like a plague. So you guys tell me in the comment sections what movies you want to see, what you don't want to see, and some that you're iffy about but you might see in the theater. So I will see you guys next time. I'll see you in the new year. Have a happy new year, you guys. Take care. Don't drink too much, and keep watching my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, all that good stuff. So I'll see you guys in 2015. Later.